This is Belo Horizonte, ladies and gentlemen. This is the center, capital of Minas Gerais. Well, something's for certain. You go outside on a random day in Brazil, you're gonna find something going on. 3 p.m. Sunday afternoon, we found samba, we found a rave concert under a bridge, we found pagode, we found even just random beers in the streets.
Putting the flag back on the tuk-tuk. Sem obrigado.
Yo, bom dia, bom dia. That's a vibe.
We start the day where we left off in Lavras Novas with the most important meal of the day, a healthy fill of pão de queijo. More on exactly what this delicacy is later on.
Pode gravar? Obrigado, amigos. Só por gracioso.
In stunning tuk-tuk fashion, it's of course never easy, proving it takes myself along with 3 other hotel workers to even just leave the garage driveway.
Dale, 1, 2, 3. Wow. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. That was to leave the hotel.
We stop off at the exit of the town for one final admiration of just how diversely beautiful Brazil is. Today is finally the day we make it to Belo Horizonte, but before we dive headfirst into the shenanigans of the food capital of Brazil, we apparently cannot miss the gorgeous mountain town of Ouro Preto. There's a little bit of everything in today's episode on the Three-Wheel Dream.
Brazil, you freaking stunner of a place. Welcome to Ouro Preto. Bem-vindo a Black Gold, ladies and gentlemen. Look at that freaking church up on the hill. What? Stunning place. Can I go this way? I think I can. Wow. Yo, we just drove a tuk-tuk back in time. Oh my goodness. I love traveling. This is a very insane experience. Look at these buildings, man. Like, apparently Tiradentes is a bit older, so it might have a little bit more history, but this is bigger. So it's got a lot more of this, like old heritage. And then to look back out, wowzers. Very different to Lavras Novas from where we were staying this morning. This is like a 45-minute drive from where we left. What do you think, Pats? I'm stoked. You could spend definitely a couple of days in Ouro Preto. We don't have that, unfortunately, but this kind of whole region of Belo Horizonte is really showing off. Very touristic, very highly populated as well. Like the amount of cars throughout. I'm gonna park. The tuk-tuk definitely needs a rest. I think Patty as well. So we just gave her a little walk around and she's gonna keep the tuk-tuk safe. There's not really any parking. It's all kind of like street parking. The closest, more or less, like paid parking is over the mountain, like I was just saying. So anyway, we're taking the mate. We're going to check out the town a little bit, just really quick. We'll be right back, Miss Potts. Like, that is a mechanic bike parts store in this kind of epic architecture. So these are the suburban streets of Ouro Preto. We're trying to get up to that igreja there. Oi. Right, so while this is the historical center, very well maintained and kept with the old routes, there is a normal kind of newer section of the city, and there's a lot of universities that have been built. So for somebody my age as well, if I had like a week or two here, it would be pretty cool. There'd be probably a couple of university bars and a lot of exploration through this kind of older part of the city to do as well. Wow, there's even a church over there. But I'm trying to hike this slightly older looking church, see what's up here. Even you got a posada up here as well, kind of a more chill hotel. It's kind of like an inn is what I think the Google Translate refers to that as. Just a man's mate on walkabouts through the old town of Ouro Preto in Brazil. Humble living, just drying their clothes. Look at that. That colonial architecture that was brought over by Portugal is what you can see in every building, and even the church here. Bigger church up there as well. Surrounded by, again, the mountains. Oh, what a stunning place. We actually found the entrance. So we're gonna go have a look inside.
Tudo bem, já tem o ticket já?
Não tem.
Tem que comprar lá em cima na igreja.
Okay. Oh, you saw it, ladies and gentlemen. They said something about a ticket office, but there's nothing set up. Oh. Coming through here in a tuk-tuk is epic. It reminds me a lot of Cusco, Peru, actually. Oh, look at that, man. My eyes are feasting on Ouro Preto, you stunning place. Sorry, we're just passing through. Belo Horizonte, here we come. Damn! Damn! We got the hole! The takeaway, baby! Arroz! Olha isso! Nossa, gente! I'm stoked. We went to kind of what is a lounge here, but is like they are professionals in the department of pão de queijo, cheese bread. I got one filled with Nutella and the other filled with meat. They're not usually filled. Look at this, look at this. Look at that. That's Nutella, god damn it, man. And this is like a pull apart meat pão de queijo with more cheese inside. That's epic. Try this, you gotta try this. Hey, happy. It's like a burger, you know what I mean? It just a solid like 9 out of 10. I got high hopes for cheese bread with Nutella. Oh my god. And I've never eaten like that quantity of Nutella in one sitting in my life. And it's just all on like a cheese bread.
Now in a food coma, we get to driving. Complain about the trucks a little bit, stop for a roadside fuel up, and meet a local who thinks he knows a less traffic-filled back road. follow his advice, stoked to be off the highway and meet another local who questions why we'd be taking a route which crosses 20 kilometers of some of the gnarliest mud he's seen in a long time with the rain we've gotten. He pleads that we get back on the highway and we take his word for it, and after a gruelingly long day of decisions, we finally get to feast in the capital of Minas Gerais.
How do we get away with it? This feels so illegal. But that's Belo Horizonte. We're doing it. G'day, boys! Here we go, here we go. We'll lock in. There's a one look at the favela, and yeah, we'll put the camera away. We don't need any more distractions. My head is so cooked. Like, it was just a far bigger day than I thought it would be. A lot more trucks than I thought there would be. But we made it, legends. Oh my gosh, I'm ready to spend the next 24 business days chilling. No, I wish. I can't. I need to get to editing. Initial impressions of Belo Horizonte, it looks really, really nice. This is actually Savassi, so it's kind of supposed to be like this. We're staying in the center, so we're like 5 minutes from where we're staying. Minas Gerais is the food capital of Brazil, and where we are here is Belo Horizonte, is the capital city of the state we're in, Minas Gerais. So it's the food capital city of Brazil here. There are some epic places we're going to be checking out very soon. Ladies and gentlemen, this is always a magic feeling driving into the garage. Patty's going to take us through the apartment. We've got what is about $27 US here. It's a 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom place. I forgot about that. I believe that there is even a washing machine. Laundry kind of in there. This is like to the balcony outside. If you've ever seen a Brazilian apartment buildings, this is exactly what it is. This is maybe slightly an older building, but literally perfect for us. Courtyard, we're on the 4th floor, kind of bedroom 2. This is then the main bathroom, and this is the main bedroom. There's a little bit of a desk situation, and here is the ensuite. All right, let's go for a walk, Miss Pats. You've done such a good job today. A literal $3 US a sigh as big as my head to end the day. Legends, what a celebration.
My first literal days are just getting the editing back on track and finding a little routine.
So then this is the center of Belo Horizonte. I've been here quite a while. This is quite an interesting kind of setup above me. As in, yeah, I've been here for like over a week, and with editing and like rainy days, I really haven't like left too much. There is a party happening on the street. This is a dangerous street, actually. Right, that looked like an organized like dance club, and then I just realized it's some like jaws wobbling kind of madness behind me there. But anyway, this is, I believe, the very, very heart of the center. This is the 7th of September, Praça de 7 de Setembro. The city is a wild one. Sometimes the downtown centers of big cities aren't like the most beautiful, rustic, authentic places to even go, or the safest, unfortunately. Here's what I want to show off. I hope it's open. There's like a feria that happens on Sundays. I think I'm here too late for that as well. Damn, this would have been so cool. They've closed both avenues of this road and had all these kind of tents set up. But this would all be like food markets closed, place you can get some ingredients for the week. Damn, this is the main reason I was coming out, to be honest. Essa fecha que hora? 14 horas. 14. E es tudo domingos? Empieza que hora?
8 às 14.
Yeah. What a shame. It's only on Sundays from 8 until 2 p.m. It's 2:45. We cooked. Behind me you got a beautiful church, some really nice architecture. These are kind of just shutting down now, damn it. And then the cars are kind of starting to return to the road. With it though being a Sunday, the church is open and it is a stunner. In the city center here. This is like heavy Brazil culture though. Very cool. Every bar has its own live music and then every table's got a beer fountain going. So many umbrellas, you think it's the beach of Rio de Janeiro. So I believe that's samba or pagode. More pagode in front of us. That was like six different bars on a random, you know, Sunday afternoon. That's like Brazil culture. Just get out, you're off work, you're having some beers, right? We found this randomly, by the way. Just heard some music and thought, yeah, we'll see what that's about. Random park plaza too. We've seen a lot more than we thought we would on this kind of outing. This is good. Right, it's so hot. They've got like a mist machine. It's also an outdoor shower apparently. This is cool. And here I believe this is like the Brazilian train station once upon a time. Look at that. More mist showers as well. What the heck? What is Belo Horizonte, man? Most random city I've ever been to, by far. I feel very out of place. More so because I'm in a big city already. Like I do love a bit of nature, and then to be confronted with just like a Sunday 3 p.m. rave under a bridge. It's kind of set up. There's police there, there's military there, but everybody's just like smoking. Like I don't even think I could show half of that clip on YouTube, to be honest.
Like I said, during the week I'd been on a few outings, some of which I really never thought would make it into the vid, but feel they do justice in showing off more of what Belo Horizonte has to offer, so I decidedly left them in. This was the Jack Rock Bar, but if I was to say it like a Brazilian, I'm at the Shaki Hockey Bar. I don't go out a lot, but I was told that this is one of the best rock bars in Brazil. It was a big night, and I did indeed indulge, taking the following day off to chill.
These are so good. 1 de carne, queijo, doce. Everything in Minas Gerais is on like another level. It's incredible. It's got like sugar and cinnamon. A very interesting mix of cheese and caramel sauce. Probably like a 7 out of 10. Legends. This is self-serve ice cream in Brazil, and they've got pão de queijo as a flavor. This is so insane. I've got to try that. All right.
Mall's unfortunately closing, but this is like the central mall in Belo Horizonte.
At the bar last night, I met someone who couldn't believe I hadn't been to Mercado Novo yet, which translates to the new market, and she insisted I had to see it.
Pede pra ele fazer igual Listerine.
Você vai bochechar na boca.
Shot.
Minha língua, sim. Já saiu. Interessante.
Nada no jambu. E aí dá essa sensação. No carnaval, a galera gosta de beijar na boca.
Eu tenho horário.
Beijo,
começa.
Toma pra beijar. Aí no carnaval a galera vende muito essa garrafinha, que vira um cordãozinho.
Eu vou comprar.
Obrigado.
By the way, I just met this guy and he's like, I'm a follower of yours, and now I'm gonna ask him like, amigos, muy tranquilo, mas ¿qué es ese lugar? Onde estamos?
Você está aqui no Mercado Novo. O Mercado Novo é um lugar cultural aqui em Belo Horizonte, onde os jovens vêm e se encontram. É um mercado mais antigo, que foi revitalizado após a pandemia. E aí a galera vem aqui para se conhecer, para conhecer pessoas novas e comer comidas típicas de Belo Horizonte, Minas Gerais.
Exatamente, está uma terça agora, assim, não muita gente, umas coisas e tendas, lojas não são abertas, mas este é um bom lugar, lindo lugar. Vamos comer bom essa noite. Obrigado, amigos. Obrigado. Obrigado por seguir-me. Significa muito.
I guess meal one of Mercado Novo, we've got like a shawarma. It's been a long time since I've had a bit of Arabic food and we found it here. É muito bom. It's one of the best I've ever had in my life. That's so good.
Pode falar um pouco de seu trabalho
Claro.
em Mercado Novo?
Claro.
E por isso um restaurante famoso, né?
Sim, sim. A Cozinha Tupi tem mais ou menos 8 anos, né, desde 2018. A gente trabalha nesse mercado novo, que é um mercado que acontece desde a década de 60. Sim, a gente está, na verdade, no top 100 da revista Veja. A gente já foi no top 20, agora a gente está no top 100 de melhores restaurantes do Brasil.
Incrível, né?
Incrível.
E de dono, de Belo Horizonte.
Sim, ele é de Belo Horizonte, sim. O Henrique
Incrível,
Gilberto.
né? É impressionante, tudo obrigado mesmo.
Obrigado
Vamos
mesmo.
comer adentro
Vai lá.
agora.
Damn, that looks pretty fancy, hey? This is a cheese, corn, and butter bowl. Oh my god. Probably like a 7.5 out of 10. It's just not for me. It's just a huge amount of quantity. But you have one or two between friends with beers is what this place is about. The night didn't end there as I got back to Patty to give her a walk and see some of the shenanigans happening outside my apartment building. From there, the night resumed at an outdoor bar with live sertaneja and pagode. These are two of my favorite genres of traditional Brazilian music. I was the only foreigner there and hence the only person who didn't know the words.
Well, there's so many people here. It's crazy. It's like 8 o'clock at night as well. Sertaneja, pagode, Brazil. Love it.
Some lads are cooking up something behind us as we're going to find lunch in Mercado Central. It's just ahead of me. We're staying literally 2 streets away from it, so yeah, I know nothing about it really, other than like maybe it's more of a supermarket type vibe. Very much little stalls still, but somewhere you can buy ingredients, but I'm trying to find some lunch. That's it. Our first time going into Mercado Central. Holy heck, this place is legit. This is so much nicer than I was expecting. I've been to some like pretty rundown places in like Bolivia, Peru maybe, where just like the central market is like a place where you have to really pick and choose where you eat. But this place, it's quality. I'm so impressed by Belo Horizonte here. So you could definitely see when we walked in, there was more like kind of well-off, kind of small snack restaurants, and then also places you could buy like cutlery or even like pots and pans. And then here you've got like a section of like high-end meats, cheeses, nuts. There's a fish shop beside a fish shop. I'm hoping the upstairs has an eatery, because I'm already lost, to be honest. There's some people that do have food up here, but it's actually a car park. Everyone's driven their cars up. That's a madness. Legends, this is my first time finding like a good solid yerba spot here in Mercado Central. So we're gonna buy this. Tem boa cheiro adentro aqui. É bom.
Eu tomei banho hoje.
This guy. Funny guy. So, but é mais os herbas que
São
hoje.
essas, são essas.
Sim, sim, que bom, que bom. É linda tenda, loja, sim. There's plenty of different homemade sauces and dulce de leches. That's what all these are about, like above me. Oh, damn, this place is legit. So, I don't know what we've ordered, where we're at, but this place is pretty packed. A bunch of locals on their lunch break, so this is gonna be something traditional from Minas Gerais. Damn, man, this looks so good. This is a plate from Minas Gerais. It looks like it's like the bacon, kind of pork rind farofa with a bit of sausage, greens, egg, and then a bit of chicken and rice. Mate, that is all protein. That's gonna take you places. Coke in a glass. Must be my birthday. I'm so intrigued by this farofa. Holy heck. I am tearing up. This is so good. This just might be like the best plate of food I've had in Brazil. Brother, left no crumbs. That was legit. That was so good. Você está, Julio? Bom, muito bom, obrigado. That was Julian's restaurant. Food from Minas Gerais. Comida mineira. Now, time to get out of here. We got some goods and we saw what we wanted to see. You can even find live animals here. You've got everything and more in Mercado Central. That was it, eh? Incredible food. Very nice place, very clean, very beautiful, but as well insane that the food was good. Like, I reckon you go anywhere in Minas Gerais, you're just gonna get a good plate, right? And maybe even a top 10 plate of food that you've ever had in your entire life, right? It's just that good.
I hadn't taken the tuk-tuk for a spin at all during my 10 days I stayed in Belo Horizonte, and this rip around the center was to make sure all was in order and to remind Patty that we still do have a giant mission on our hands of getting to Alaska.
Look at this, Brazil. That's culture, man. The dream, ladies and gentlemen, the dream is being lived. Here we are. Heart of Belo Horizonte in a tuk-tuk. We are doing it.
Not bad. Good times, good city. Back on the road tomorrow. Let's get it.